Alright guys, I've got the night off work. There's a lot of stuff that's happening that I really want to talk about. So 3 videos today. Don't get used to it. Okay, don't comment he's back, okay? I'm not doing 3 videos every day. I'm hyped up on chocolate. I've got the night off and I wanted to talk about some stuff. And some of it is kind of funny, some of it is kind of scary, and some of it is kind of worrying. So I'll let you decide in the videos what you think is which. But let's talk about the first video. Obama DHS whistleblower found dead with gunshot wound to the chest. So, comment in the sections below. Kind of scary, kind of worrying, or kind of funny? Let me know. Let's jump into it. Phil Hanley, a former Department of Homeland Security, or DHS officer, during the Obama administration, who blew the whistle on shortcomings with his own agency, was found dead in California on Friday with a gunshot wound to the chest. Several news outlets report, citing a statement from the law enforcement. Although authorities have said the gunshot wound appears to be self-inflicted. It's kind of weird self-infliction gun wound, isn't it? I don't know many people that decide to shoot themselves in the chest. Interesting. Stressing the investigation is ongoing, the 66-year-old Hanley had been missing since February 19th. So, a guy that's found missing since February, almost, 10 days? Is found dead with a gunshot wound that's not normally from self-infliction. Okay, that's interesting. Really interesting. Let's keep going. And died from a gunshot wound to his chest 2 days later. Red State and Heavy reported. So, he's been hiding for 10 days or so. He comes out of hiding and then supposedly commits suicide. Makes you wonder why he was hiding in the first spot. Now, sorry, I'm eating Easter eggs. I know I'm early. Gunshot wounds to the chest are uncommon in the case of suicide. That was my thought. My thought was, how many people decide to commit suicide by shooting themselves in the chest? Normally, for guys, it's in the head, right? They pull the gun to your head and pull the trigger and bang, that's all she wrote. But anyway, gunshot wounds to the report shows Henry's death was triggered a wave of claims suggesting he may have been a victim of foul play. Just waves. I would have thought it's pretty much the going suspicion at the moment. But anyway. Echoing some of the whistleblower's friends, a number of senior congressional officials have expressed alarm to Breitbart News about this, noting that they do not believe Hanley was suicidal. So, guy goes in hiding, comes out of hiding roughly 10 days later, is dead and with apparent suicide within 2 days, but even his friends say he wasn't suicidal. This is sounding like somebody else I know well, not that I know, but I've read about, who supposedly committed suicide. You know? It's funny because we're actually going to be doing a story relating to that later. But anyway. Law enforcement found Henley's body 40 miles east of Sacramento, California. While testifying as a whistleblower before the Senate Judiciary Committee in June 2016, Henley asserted that the DHS offered him to delete hundreds of files on people with links to Islamic terrorist groups. He argued that authorities could have prevented several terrorist attacks in the US if the DHS had not scrubbed specific data. The Washington Examiner learnt from the Amador County Sheriff's Office that deputies and detectives responded to reports Friday morning at 10:12 a.m. of a male subject on the ground with a gunshot wound in the area of the Highway of 124 and Highway 16 in Plymouth, California. Upon their arrival, they located and identified a 66-year-old Philip Henley, who was deceased and appeared to have suffered single self-inflicted gunshot wound. A firearm was located next to Henley in his vehicle. The investigators in this activity are ongoing. No further details will be released at this time. So, Representative Stephen King, who's got a really good name and I presume is not the author, and Henley didn't kill himself, as claimed by law enforcement, who's ruled his death as a suicide. Henley was in possession of an archive of information he considered an insurance policy in case he was ever found dead, King asserted. Oh, can you please give me that file? I will run it, I swear. Philip Henley was a friend and patriot, and he was targeted because all he knew of Islamic terror cover-ups, King wrote Saturday on Twitter. He inspired his life by archiving data that incriminated the highest levels of the Obama administration. Phil Henley didn't kill himself, R.I.P. Phil. Quote, "If I'm found dead, it wasn't suicide," Henley told multiple people, confirmed by 2 anonymous sources, the NOQ report learned. One American News Network, or OANN reporter, and veteran intelligence officer of the US Navy, Jack Posobiec, suggested on Twitter that Henley's death could be a homicide. And I would say that's probably a very good assertion. I can confirm at OANN that we are investigating the suspicious death of the DHS whistleblower, Phil Henley, Posobiec tweeted on Sunday. We have spoken with local sources that suggested this may have been a homicide. Authorities have found Henley dead ahead of his plans to publish another book exposing problems with the Obama administration. Does anybody think he actually killed himself at this point? Anyway, according to the Examiner. Citing unnamed sources, however, the Examiner has also revealed that Henley was recently in contact with top officials about returning to work for the DHS. Additionally, Henley was engaged to be married. So, you know, he had a lot to live for. But anyway. Let's have a look at some of the comments. Someone intent on killing himself would not shoot himself in the chest. A headshot would be more likely. Exactly what I would think. If you're going to kill yourself and you want to make sure you've done it properly, shooting yourself in the head would be the way to do it, not to shoot yourself in the chest. He could have shot himself in the back of the head twice. Oh, no good on me. But yeah, it's just, everybody's thinking Clinton body count. I don't know if the Clintons are involved in this, to be honest. Maybe, I don't know, doubt it. But yeah, okay, so let me get this fact straight, right? We have a former DHS officer who blew the whistle on government covering up Islamic terror groups, who was writing yet another book exposing this instance, who was missing for 8 to 10 days, who comes out of hiding and supposedly then shoots himself in the chest. But his friends claim he's not suicidal. Real. I tell you what, there's a lot of people over in the US that seem to be killing themselves lately. And there seems to be a lot of weird circumstances around it all. What do you guys think? Personally, do I think he killed himself? No. I think he was whacked. Maybe an Islamic terror group who did it. Someone he was exposing. Could have been someone in the government that was sympathetic to him. I think this is directly related to him and his Islamic terrorist cover-up that he exposed. I don't think it's the Clintons necessarily. I think that, you know, that's a bit of a told old meme. I think it's obviously it's fun to blame the Clintons for every dead person that winds up committing suicide. But yeah, I don't know if she had anything to do with this. I doubt it. But at the end of the day, I think this someone got whacked. Here's a DHS official that got whacked because he knew way too much about all the stuff that was going on. He was writing yet another book, which was going to expose a whole bunch of stuff, and they decided to kill him before he got a chance to write the book. Before he exposed him regarding this whole incident with these Islamic terror groups, they just, put a gun to his chest and blew him away. And then faked the scene that looked like it was a suicide. And also, like, the location of his body is a little bit weird too. Found him, like, next to the highway? If I... Not saying I ever will, okay? And trust me, I wouldn't. If I was ever going to kill myself, right? Playing this game, I would do it in my home. I wouldn't do it on the side of the highway. You want to be familiar with, surroundings and stuff like that, right? So, I don't know. Yeah, even the location is weird. Next to a highway. Who kills himself next to a highway? Like, I don't know. It's weird. Like, yeah. But anyway. But like I said, I'm not planning on killing myself. I have no intentions of killing myself. I don't believe in suicide. If I should wind up dead, please investigate it. Seriously, investigate it. Because there's no way I'm killing myself. Ever. Under any circumstances. I have survived so much shit in my life. It's only made me stronger. And I have no intentions of ever killing myself. Please clip that and remember that. Especially with some of the stuff that I cover. Oh boy, I'm surprised I haven't been whacked already. But at the end of the day, yeah, maybe it's because I don't have many viewers, but whatever. But yeah, at the end of the day, guys, the fact is, no, I don't believe this guy killed himself. I believe this was a homicide, and I believe he knew way too much. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Yeah, that's my view on this. Let me know what your thoughts are, and we'll have a discussion about it. Apart from that, guys, obviously there'll be 3 videos today. Don't get used to it. All right, Ellen, I see you in the comments. No, but guys, don't get used to it, and I'll see you guys in the next Demand Size video from YouTube later today. Have a great night, and enjoy.